guess the threesome will have to wait until next year. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. As I once stated before, Survivor Series has become more like bragging rights was during the first brand split. It's been Raw vs. SmackDown during the 2017 and 2018 editions. Raw won both, mind you, by a slim margin in 17 and by a flippin' landslide in 18. Which makes total sense, since Raw has been and always will be the A show of WWE programming. You don't stay on cable for nearly 30 years unless you have a hell of a product. Last year, however, the WWE decided to shake things up a bit and threw NXT into the mix, thereby sort of officially naming it the third brand of the WWE instead of just the minor leagues. And man, did they ever pull through. They won 4-2 to 1, with Raw being the one. I guess that with NXT moving to live events on USA like Raw, they needed to make with an hello to the big time move. Is what finally got me started watching because, well, they were no longer the WWE superstars of tomorrow, they were the superstars of now. But this is 2020, folks. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. No, the virus did not just disappear after Election Day like someone said. And it is strictly because of that we are back to the original political battle for Survivor Series, red versus blue. Now, one would think that the WWE would follow the same protocols as the NHL and NBA did and keep their superstars in a bubble environment. After all, those major sports had little to no cases of COVID-19 as they pushed to end their seasons. Major League Baseball tried to limit it by keeping things divisional, but they tripped at the finish line by letting someone who tested positive during a game come back out, maskless, to celebrate the World Series win. And the NFL? They're doing their best. I mean, with a close contact sport like that, the only thing you can do is just keep testing and not let fans in. The WWE did well to not have any live fans over the last 8 months. However, it seems that the NXT superstars aren't as big on the bubble mentality as other athletes. At Full Sail University, they had several outbreaks of COVID-19 amid superstars and staff, including one staffer who apparently caught it twice. Maybe it was because those from NXT and Evolve were asked to become a crowd during the latter times in the WWE Performance Center in Full Sail, and you could clearly see that they didn't keep social distance, and mask wearing was rather lax. However, this did give the WWE a chance to expand on their Performance Center while Raw and SmackDown were in the Thunderdome in the Amway Center, and thus was born the Capitol Wrestling Center, or Thunderdome 2, if you will. That's to name it after the NWA affiliate Vince's papa made into the WWE. The NXT stars moved out of Full Sail and into the CWC to hold their weekly live events, but still, COVID-19 seemed to follow them. Cases still pop up from time to time, but at least the crowd, while still not socially distant, are wearing masks all the time. I mean, it's best to do both, but doing one will do. Hence why NXT has not been invited to Survivor Series this year. While some Raw and SmackDown superstars have caught COVID-19, they're in the large minority in comparison to NXT. So for the final pay-per-view in Amway Center, NXT has been asked to take the weekend off. But what if they didn't? If the Battle of the Champions were between all three brands, who would win? Well, between Randy Orton, Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, assuming his jaw is healed by then? I'd probably go with Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief would make sure Jey Uso kept Balor out of the picture, while Orton would be constantly looking over his shoulder for Drew McIntyre and or The Fiend. Talk about between the devil and the deep blue sea. Sorry. In the secondary title battle, I don't think Sami Zayn has much of a chance. Then again, neither does Johnny Gargano. Oh, Zayn might be able to keep up and even surpass Gargano, but when up against the almighty Bobby Lashley, not to mention the rest of the Hurt Business, no chance. And no Retribution will be no help either. If there's one place NXT shines in comparison to Raw and SmackDown, it's the tag division. And with Pete Dunne by their side, Lorcan and Burch can surely take down both the Street Profits and the New Day. Yeah, the New Day could get Big E involved, and Lorcan and Burch do have the Undisputed Era tracking them down, but I think the Red and Blue brands champs are a bit too cocky. Leave it to the Brit and the Merkin to humble them. And then there's the women. Nothing against Io Shirai. She's been doing awesome as NXT champ, able to take out all comers, but Sasha Banks has finally shrugged the Bayley monkey off her back and is ready for more competition. That being said, Asuka is the one that everyone looks up to. She may be slipping a bit lately, but she can still show everyone that they are not ready for Asuka. Alas, we can only stick to WWE 2K20 simulations to have an idea who would really win. And the Sunday before Thanksgiving, only Raw and SmackDown will be fighting to see who is best. You think that since a Democrat won the big election, they finally let the blue brand win the majority? Or would Vince say the red brand won the electoral vote? Sorry, conservatives. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. Stay safe, and I'll see you.